Oregon is home to more than 1,000 wind turbines, which offer a clean, green alternative to fossil fuel. The problem, studies have shown, those huge turbine blades kill hundreds of thousands of birds every year, some of those endangered eagles.
The speed at the tip of the blade is about 200 miles per hour. So it can be really dangerous for flying animals.
But Roberto Albertani and his team of researchers at Oregon State University have come up with a way to protect those protected birds. Here's how their system works. Special cameras like this one are mounted on the wind turbines.
So these have a hemispherical lens.
When they spot a bird flying toward them, they kick into gear.
That computer then runs an algorithm which allows for the detection of eagles in the airspace.
If an endangered eagle is detected, the computer then triggers a mechanism to scare the bird away. Of course, finding something that would scare an eagle was not easy to do.
It is very difficult to scare away eagles when they are in flight, but it turned out the eagles have a kind of aversion to human figures.
However, since using actual humans was not a feasible option, the researchers used the next best thing. Giant inflatable tubemen, also known as air dancers. Yes, the same ones you often see waving around at car dealerships. We flew KGW's drone Fly 8 above a test tube man to get a glimpse of what an eagle might see. And while it may not seem all that scary to you, researchers say it does scare eagles. A simple, some may even call silly, solution that will save eagles' lives as wind energy grows.
So we try to connect them, make them coexist, and hopefully there is room for everybody, for both of them.
And back here live in Corvallis, Albertani says his system is in its final testing phase, and he says he's already getting calls from wind energy companies interested in using it. Back to you.